Hi guys, welcome to Lazy Acres Natural Market in Encinitas, California. I'm Chef Isabelle, and today I'm going to show you how to make a Verde tortilla soup. So let's review ingredients together, and don't forget to wash your hands. So we're going to need 6 tomatillos. I'm going to show you how to roast those. Some chicken broth. I am using today a vegan chicken broth, so you can put the twist on this recipe and make it vegan. A handful of tortilla chips, 1 shallots, 2 scallions. You can use any squash. I'm using yellow squash. You can also use zucchini, 1 small medium one. A handful of fresh cilantro, about half a cup. Ground cumin, ground onion powder, and ground garlic powder. And also have pinto bean and cannellini bean, and it's already been rinsed and drained, so ready on standby right here, okay? So wash your hand and let's start. Put this aside right here. And I'm going to start my pot at medium heat. I'm going to slice and dice everything. I'm also going to start another stove right here, stove top, on high. I'm going to show you how to roast these tomatillos. So I already have some right here that I roasted prior to the recipe. So you see they have like a little jacket that you remove right here. And if you have a gas stove, put it straight on the top to get it a char, meaning like this like nice roasty black part. So you see, you just peel, it's like paper. They look like a little lantern. Right here, peel and put it over the flame. Use some tongs and just let it do its work. I'm gonna put those aside and we're gonna start slicing our vegetable. So I have my squash. I'm gonna put my cilantro to the side. I have shallots, squash, and my 2 scallions right here. I'm going to put a tablespoon of olive oil to my pan. And I'm just going to start assembling everything. So let's start with the scallion. I'm going to top them right here. And we're just going to roughly chop these. That's going to give a good flavor. That fresh, sweet scallion flavor. Right here. So just roughly chop everything, and it's gonna have that nice green color in the end. I'm gonna add this to my pan, and again, my pan is on medium heat. Shallot. I like using shallots. It's that little French sweet onion because it's great for a recipe. So I'm gonna cut the ends, cut it in half, and remove the first little jacket right here. And again, you can just slice and dice the way you want. Right here. This soup has such a fresh flavor, and roughly chop. Like this. Use your knife as a carrier and add to the pot. There we go. It's a quick recipe. It's even better the next day. You can also use this recipe in the pressure cooker. It cooks really quick. Alright, so we're going to roughly chop those and let it cube because I don't want to slice and dice our ingredients all the same size. I want to have like some bite to it. So you see I just cut those in sticks. And I'm going to kind of cube my yellow squash. And again, you can use zucchini instead of the squash. It has such a mild flavor. Like this. Scoop and dump into the pot. And I know my tomatillos are starting to roast. I'm going to show you after I give it a little stir. There we go. So this is getting a tiny bit of color. And look right here. So what we're going to do is add the tomatillo to the blender with a little bit of broth. And it's going to make our mixture for the base of our soup. We have some great color going with the greens. The shallot has that sweetness. And then our squash a That's going to add a bite to your recipe along with the beans. All right, so I'm going to add the tomatillos right here. You see they all have like a nice coloring to them. I'm going to turn my other stove up, and I'm going to add these to the blender. You can also use a hand emulsifier to a bowl one of those little bullets. Whatever you have on hand, you kind of blend those into mush. Again, I'm using vegan today, but you can use also any chicken broth that would work for you, or vegetable broth. Since we're going to top our soup with the meat, I have a little bit of shredded chicken to top our soup. And if you want to make it for vegan in the house, or somebody that likes to have a little bit of protein in it, it works for everybody. So I'm going to start the blender. Emulsify everything really well. All right. Quick and easy. Right here. I'm going to toss this away. Check on our soup. It has a little bit of color, so I'm going to reduce this and add my broth. Ooh. Like this. Add my tomatillo mixture. That's going to add like that fresh flavor to it. Right here. We are going to add our can of diced green chilies. So those are mild. Feel free to use like a little kick if you want to add like a medium heat, or maybe a little bit of jalapeno. But those are the diced green mild chilies. Like this. Be careful with the top. Give it a little stir. It's a beautiful soup. It has that green tone to it. Then I'm gonna add some fresh cilantro. We're gonna add our beans right here. And here's our spice. We're gonna add a teaspoon and a half of cumin. 1. Those are half teaspoon. 2 and 3. So that's our cumin, a teaspoon and a half. And then a teaspoon of garlic powder. Here. Mix a teaspoon. Right here. And our onion powder. Whoops. 1 and 2. That's going to add a lot of flavor without having to be like too garlicky, because some people have like a more sensitive to garlic. And we don't want to overpower a tomatillo or green chili. So we have our beans, our vegetables, and then we're going to add a handful of our tortilla chips. So what this is going to do, that's going to add like that corn tortilla flavor, but at the same time it's going to thicken our soup. So I'm going to have a handful, but I'm also going to keep a couple so to top of my soup in the end. So crunch, 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 and crumble. It's all going to come together. So I'm going to bring it back to medium heat. Add some fresh cilantro right here. So roughly chop your cilantro. I've used this stamidol. So about half a cup. That's going to add that nice green and grassy flavor to our soup right here. Like that. Toss this. Wipe down really quick as this is warming up and coming together. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do to plate this today, because I have some fun topping. But that's the best part about making any tortilla soup at home. I have 3 boys at home, so I like making tortillas, and then you can add sour cream and cheese and slice of limes or chicken to top, and then everybody can assemble like Taco Tuesday, but except you can use it as soup and just like kind of make it your own, and the kids like that. All right, so what I have here is this: some shredded chicken, fresh avocado, some cilantro and sour cream, a little bit of cheese, and I have these beautiful yellow and green tomato that I sliced to decorate it. And I have some tortillas. So I have my bowl right here, my spoon, and then you can adjust your soup with a little bit of salt and cracked pepper. So I'm going to add a little bit of cracked pepper. And don't forget that the broth is already has like salt in it, so you don't want to over salt. So test and adjust as always. Because if the broth reduce, it can always like get like more salty as it go down. All right, so I have this great soup ready to go. I'm gonna turn it off. Kind of scoop that. And I love using cannellini bean because they're more creamy. I know it's not traditional, but just add like that creaminess to the soup. What? Don't forget to wipe the edge when you present your soup. Like this. All right, let's add the toppings. So I'm gonna add a little bit of cheese. I'm gonna add some chicken, rotisserie chicken that I shred. And again, like I say, it's really nice to have all these little toppings ready, set to go, and everybody can make their own. Have some great avocados. I'm in California, so everybody loves avocados here. And I have these beautiful tomatoes. I'm going to finish with a little bit of cilantro, like that, and a couple crunchy tortillas. Yes. All right, let me show you what this looks like right now. All right, ready for this? Beautiful, has great color. It's, you know, not traditional like the red tortilla soup, which is a little twist on it, and healthy. And if you want to add protein to it, you're welcome to. All right, again, Isabelle Barrel, Chef Isabelle Barrel from Lazy Acres Natural Market in Encinitas, California. Hope you enjoy our Verde tortilla soup. Have a good day.